Alright, Primate, this is how you get the Hornet started, and I'll also show you how to get the SRS up and running. So first you want to come over here and hit battery. I have it bound to a little switch on my throttle, so if it wants to work, no, I'll just hit it. You want to hit it up, so by right clicking it once, it'll flick it up. Then you come over here to the APU, turn that one on, that'll spool up. Usually then I turn on that, hit that, turn on my countermeasures, hit my countermeasures, do all that shit, turn all that crap on. Now that that's spooled up, ready to go, that's your APU. Click the right engine, start up, let it get to 25%. So now it's at 25%. Lift up my right throttle out of the idle detent, or off into the idle detent. Set my bingo to 3000. And now everything is turning on. Flick my radar to operational, flick my INS because it has to align to CV, which is for carrier. GND is for when you're on the ground, two different modes. This one will allow me to come off my emergency park brake and move around on the deck without throwing out my INS alignment. The ground one is more accurate, but you have to be completely stationary because we're on the boat and we're moving. You can't use it, otherwise it just won't work. It'll time out and just, yeah, go to shit. So then once I'm here, what I do is I flick onto FCS like so, and then I've got to do a bit test, but I will be doing the bit run once I move out of this position. So now that the right engine's all the way spooled, I hit it with a left click to go to the left engine. So it's right click to go to the right engine, left click to go to the left. Always start the right engine first. Now that's got to spool up. Now that that's above 25%, hit it into the idle detent, the left throttle, into the idle detent, and she's good to go. Now, because my INS is aligning, if I go and just do this, you'll see right there, CFRF, quality. So basically, it's letting me know the quality of the alignment and the time. When the quality reaches 0.07, it'll come up with OK there, and then what I do is I flick this switch to nav, and that's the basic INS alignment. It takes about 3 minutes and something seconds to align the INS, both on the ground and on the carrier. It takes about the same amount of time. I'll just remove the wheel chocks because I'm about to just go and line up on the catapult, and then I'll show you how to do the things, the bit test. But now, seeing as we've got all this shit online, let's drag over SRS, and I'll just briefly show you what it is that I do. So right now you can see on this page here that I'm connected, all that shit. So I've got my microphone for my headset and then my speakers for my headset right there. Toggle radio overlay, just drag it over here and you can see, so right there. So default on the carrier is 266, which is the private status, which is the one that I'm on, and that's on COM 1. And then COM 2 is 251 for when you're going into land on a runway somewhere. like Sakumi or Godata, you always use radio 2, and that's controlled by buttons on my throttle. So if I want to land on at Godata after I take off, then all I do is just hit the button to activate the mic, and then I can call it in. Now, to do a custom channel, so you want to do 254, I always use 254 on COM1, and then so what I do is I pull it out and then I roll it to manual like that, and that's at 305 right there. So now what I do is I go 254000, enter, and boom, it's there. That you don't ever try and punch anything in when it's on a different channel. You always rotate it to manual, otherwise it bugs out. Now my INS right there is aligned. See how it says 0.5, okay, and then time 3 minutes and 7 seconds. So then what I do, I'll just move that out of the way. What I do then is just turn this dial with a right click, 2 right clicks, and it's on nav. Now that's all good to go. I'm going to unfold the wings and do the bit test here. So the wings are unfolded. Never run the bit test until the wings are fully unfolded. So to get to the bit test, I should say you start off on your support page, then you go bit, then these will be blinking, so to stop them from blinking you press stop, and then you go to FCS-MC. It's very important, FCS-MC, because it's a bit test for your flight control surfaces. Now that I'm there, what I do is I come over to this reset button right here, which you'll find just behind your throttle, and you hit that. You only have to hit it once. I hit it a couple times. That just resets your FCS computer, and then you hold down Y on your keyboard, because what Y actually does is you see this FCS bit toggle here. Y actually controls that. So you hold down Y, and then you hit FCS right there, and then it's running through a test. And then if I look around outside of the aircraft, you'll actually see all of my flight control surfaces are moving around, and they're just running through a test right there. Then when it beeps like that, it means that it's done, so you're good to go. Then what you want to do is come over to the takeoff trim button, which is that one there, and I usually hit it a couple times. Obviously close the canopy, and then you're good to go to taxi to the catapults and take off. But that's a very brief run through. I hope you can see, you understand how the how SRS works. So again, if I'm wanting to get off 251 and communicate with some A-10s or something that are going into attack a mission, what I can do is obviously keeping this one at 254, because that's important when you're doing air-to-air, and just general chatter around. Someone might call in, an A-10 might call in for looking for some cap and have some targets up near them, some enemy cap. And so always keep 254, and then this one here I just rotate to manual, and I might want to talk to the A10, so I go 124000, enter, and bam, that's it. It's really that simple. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Yeah.